Hello mga kasama sa buhay, mga kasambuhay, mga kapamilya. Merry Christmas! December na naman. Siyempre, panahon na para ibahagi ang atin pong simpleng mga blessings at panahon na para ipakita po sa inyo yung aking pasasalamat sa lahat po ng inyong suporta all these years. So marami po tayong giveaways ngayong Pasko. Pero siyempre, higit sa lahat, meron tayong mga charity activities para po sa mga nangangailangan nating mga pamilya, mga kabataan. Meron tayong mga toys. So again, thank you po for all your support. Abangan po ninyo yung ating mga announcements dito po sa ating Facebook page, Jing Castaneda. Pwede nyo rin po ako i-follow sa iba ko pa pong mga social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at syempre sa KUMU para po sa iba pang mga announcements. So kahit po medyo mabigat yung Pasko, yung buong taon, dahil nga po sa pandemya, kailangan kahit paano mapangiti pa rin tayo. Diba? So we have to be there for each other and walang bibitiw. Diba? Kapit lang, laban lang, at Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. Bye! Ang bawat pamilya, laging may tita. May titang maalaga at mapagmahal sa pamilya. May seryoso, may komedyano, may masungit, may mabait, may career-oriented, may galante, may kuripot. Pero anuman ang inyong labeling, ang pamilyang Pilipino may Tita Jing. Ang tita na handang makinig at iyong masasandalan. Ang tita na loved by millennials. Ang titang laging may balita at showbiz chika. May tips para sa working mommy. Lambigay para kay daddy. Payo para kina ate at kuya. OFW na feeling lonely. Connect ka sa akin. Trending issues, kasali rin. Lifestyle, gardening, at farming, in na in. Basta anything under the sun, hashtag patok yan kay Tita Jing. Hello, mga kasama sa buhay, mga kapamilya. Excited na ba kayo? Siyempre ngayong pandemya, lahat tayo naghahanap ng karagdagang kita. Kaya ito pong programa natin ngayong gabi ay tungkol po sa karagdagang kita sa pamamagitan ng e-games. Ayan, nagbabalik po tayo. Tita Jing Castaneda po. At syempre mga kapamilya, mga kasama sa buhay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Lalong-lalo na yung ating mga TFC subscribers. At ngayong gabi nga, no, itong ating Tita Jing It's Monday, ang programa na not only for you and me, pero for everybody. Para po stress-free ang simula ng ating linggo. Ikuwento po ninyo at relatable stories. At syempre, mga pagkakakitaang stories para good vibes po tayo. Let's make Tita Jing It's Monday on every week, no? A weekly habit. Ayan, with your Tita Jing. At marami nga pong mga kumakalat ngayon na mga paraan para kumita. At syempre sa ating pong programa, ang ating pinag-uusapan ay yung mga legit, no? Legitimate ways to make money, legitimate ways to augment our income dahil ayaw po natin na maloko yung ating mga kapamilya, di ba? So, syempre dun tayo sa no to fake news, di ba? Yes to accurate information. And ngayon nga po, ang ating paksa ay yung e-games playing to earn, no? So play to earn games. So in a previous episode, we were able to skim through, 'di ba? Skim through the basics of cryptocurrency. At in another episode, we were discussing e-games, yan, e-gaming as a career. And in another episode, o 'di ba? Dami na nating episode. So in another episode, kung naalala po ninyo, no, we invited a psychologist and some of our top e-gamers in the country. And pinag-uusapan nga po natin, okay ba, no? Okay ba na yung mga bata ay matutong mag-e-games? Do e-games make you smarter? Or do they make our children dumber? Yan, o diba? So, maganda po yung mga advice ng ating psychologist. In the end, she was saying, dapat ano pa rin, guided, no? Guided viewing, guided playing, ang mga bata to make sure that, you know, they choose the right games and they don't get addicted to it. So tonight, we have another episode on e-gaming. But of course, this time, we will be focusing on play to earn games. So yung mga naglalaro ka na, kumikita ka pa. Ayan. At kanina nakita natin yung patikim po sa ating pag-uusapan. Pero syempre, yung aking co-host, kailangan in na in din pagdating sa ganitong usapin. Parang mas marami pang alam sa akin, di ba? Itong aking co-host pagdating dito sa usaping crypto. Ayan. So ngayon po ang atin pong kasama ay sabi chinismis sa atin, chinismis ng kanyang better half, di ba? Na meron na siyang crypto wallet. Pwede ba akong umutang sa crypto wallet? Alamin nga natin. Let's all welcome ang aktor, Dax, at ang ating child man. Ayan, mukhang magiging crypto man na siya. Dino Imperial. Hi, Dino!
Guys, hello. Gusto ko yung intro mo. Gusto ko yan. Gusto ko.
Gusto mo ba? Gusto mo?
Nakaka-hype.
O, bati ka muna sa iyong mga fans. Go!
Hello guys, my name is Dino Imperial. You might know me as the actor or the DJ, radio DJ sa Wave 89.1 or the rapper Dizzy Savage or si Childman sa KUMU dahil nagsistream ako lahat tungkol sa pop culture, comic books, movies, ganun. Pero now, I am getting into cryptocurrency tsaka mga play-to-earn games. Kasi why not? Why not, diba?
Agree ako doon. Alam mo, din sa, idol kita hashtag how to be you po. No, kasi you're into so many things. You're so flexible. Nakakatuwa ka talaga. Parang kahit pwede mong pag-usapan. And then you're so interested in a lot of things. Diba? Importante ngayon yun, diba? Yung flexibility, resilience, ayan. So ito, paano ka naman napasok dito sa crypto talk?
Well, I have a show kasi on KUMU called In 3D every Friday. Kasama ko friend ko dun si Daniel Monihan and yung better half ko, which is Debbie Ten. And for a season po kasi we were talking about money kasi every season sa talk show namin, iba-iba yung topics. So we were talking about cryptocurrency, we were talking about NFTs, and then we had a bunch of other people guests. Tapos, talaga ako, na-hook na ako eh. Slowly, I was being pulled into the rabbit hole eh. Tapos, inisip ko, wala namang mawawala sa akin eh. Because my friend was like, si Danny was like, you know what, you don't have to necessarily shell out a lot of money kung gusto mo pumasok eh. Kasi, maraming tao nagsasabi, kino-compare nila sa stocks, but it's different kasi ito, currency eh. Sa stocks kasi, binibase nila yung value nila dun sa product, kung ano man kumpanya galing yung product. Ito like pera and the people determine kung ano yung value nito. And so, my friend was like, sige, kahit 1,000 pesos, okay? $20 yun sa USD, US dollars, diba? So, I was like, okay, sige na nga, like, why not? If may extra, you can even put in like 500, tapos you get 0.00000 something eh. Pero yung importante, meron ka. And then eventually, kapag umangat siya, and then you can withdraw a little bit, and then wala rin mawawala sa'yo. And you can withdraw anytime the amount of money that you put in. So, okay lang din.
Ako naman din. Yes, go. Parang
lang naglagay ng pera sa bangko.
Correct.
Pero mas malaki yung interest.
Ang ganda na smile mo, no? Sinabi mo mas malaki yung interest eh. Diba? Doon tayo. Ako naman, we have a regular column on the Philippine Star and Filipino Star ngayon. And of course, we have our social media accounts. So we've gotten a lot of emails and a lot of questions on whether or not these types of games are legitimate. Kasi may mga naluloko, Dino, no? So may mga to be honest, kasi sabi ko sa'yo, mas maalam ka dito, no? This is an entirely new thing to me, and I just want to make sure that, of course, our kababayans, diba, don't get fooled. Maraming scam ngayon eh, diba? So, at least makatulong tayo, diba, sa pagbibigay ng tamang impormasyon. And syempre, kung talaga namang maganda siyang pagkakitaan, diba, why not? So, yan yung ating gagawin ngayon. Diba? Yan ang ating hihimayin. But before anything else, diba, meron ka raw pa games?
Oo, meron tayong Hularawan. Hularawan. Okay? So, para sa mga tamang hinala at mahilig manghula, this is the perfect game for you. Okay? Simple lang to May 4 pictures tayo na ipapakita during the show. So, dapat tumutok hanggang sa dulo, okay? So we're gonna show 3 pics, and then I'm gonna read it to you kung anong kailangan gawin. Okay, yan. Guess it, type it, and send it, okay? So how to play po? Hulaan ang word of the day, okay? 2, tingnan ang pictures at letters. And 3, guess it, type it, and send it. Okay? Ganun lang kasimple, okay? Yan. Ano yan? Fill in the blanks lang yan, okay? Ayan, andyan na lahat. May mga hints pa dyan, Hindi ko na sasabihin kung ano yan, okay? Basta, if mag-focus lang kayo sa show natin, malalaman mo kung ano yan, okay? So, ganun lang kasimple manalo sa stream ni Tita Jing. Kaya more entries, more chances of winning, mga kasambuhay. Mamaya pipili kami na mga mananalo ng ating GCash mula sa Rainmaker Games. Kaya stay on the stream, share it, be active sa comments, and answer our Hularawan question of the day. Share ko na nga ito, share ko na to. Share ko na yung stream ko. Yung stream na to.
Guys, Dino, batiin natin yung ating mga communities. We have close to 6,000, no? Watching us on KUMU. And para magpa-red carpet sila. At yung mga fans mo din sa KUMU, go.
Sige, shout out dun sa Church of Child Man. Yan, yung mga followers ko. Yan, shout out sa mga nagbibigay ng halo-halo sa KUMU. We appreciate everything that you're giving us. Frank Jorel, Kevin Kersey, hello, musta na? Vanna Zanes, Joe Fernando, shout out sa inyo. Roxanne, shout out sa iyo. Edoy, wow. Tambo Arellano, hello din sa inyo. Iya, Airbuan, Andrea, dami natin. Thank you guys for tuning in, for joining. Please do share, okay? Kasi may pa-games tayo. And syempre may GCash kasama yan. Everybody wants a little extra money, di ba?
Oo, tama. So, pa red carpet na po, share our interview. Of course, not just on KUMU. So, hello to our close to 6,000 Comunizens na nanonood sa atin. Pati rin po sa Facebook and YouTube, please share this interview. And to our TFC, the Filipino channel subscribers all over the world. So, thank you for tuning in. And please send in your questions about our topic, Play to Earn Games. Yung mga nalugi, di ba, Deans, no? Yung mga na-scam, send in your questions. Maybe you have tips. So our other kababayan will not fall into the same trap, will not experience the same thing So please, go, go, go. Ayan, pagkakataon nyo na. Kaya nga sabi ko kay Dino and sa kanyang better half, lika na, aralin natin to para may pangkasal
Yes.
na. Ay, sorry.
Yeah. Oo, expensive ang kasal ngayon. Tsaka syempre after kasal, kailangan may pabahay. Lahat na yan kasama, diba?
Oo, sunod-sunod na, no? Sunod-sunod. Ayan, kaya stay on, guys, stay on. And syempre, without further ado, eto na. Panoorin po natin. At kasama po natin ngayong gabi ang isa sa mga nire-respeto at tinitingalang cryptocurrency entrepreneur at ang country manager ng VMiguel Games. Naging guest na natin siya dati, no? Dino, and syempre due to insistent public demand, nagbabalik si Mr. Luis Buenaventura. Hi Luis, good evening. Welcome back.
Good evening, Tita Jing. Hi, good evening, Dino. Nice to see you guys again.
Ang gagwapo naman. Ako na. Hindi po, ang topic po natin cryptocurrency ha. Hindi natin ino-auction off itong mga guests natin. Grabe, artistahin. Ano ba yan? So si Dino talagang artista. Dino, si Luis ba papasa? Pwede bang kontrabida?
Pwede yan. Bida.
Kontrabida, wow.
Pwede
Okay.
yung action star yun eh.
Oo, pwedeng action star, no? Oo, di
If
ba?
Miguel was an action star, yung Miguel yung R&B singer, di ba?
Virtual games lang ako. Pang games lang ako. Not for action movies, unfortunately.
Luis, tingnan natin saan ang mas malaking kita. Sa pelikula o sa
Dito for sure.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Before anything else, Luis, ano muna? Definition of terms muna tayo.
Sige po.
Ano bang blockchain game? Ano ba yung mga ganyang mga terminologies? Anong connection ng cryptocurrency dito sa ating play-to-earn games?
Okay. Sige, let's just do play-to-earn muna kasi actually siya yung pinakasimple. Actually, the words themselves already describe what is going on. No? When you play this game, you can earn something, some kind of money. In this case, yung pera na yon is cryptocurrency. So ito yung mga pinag-usapan natin before. No? So digital currency siya. Wala siyang papel or coins, wala siyang ganon. It's all digital. You hold it in
it's not a physical coin.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You hold it in a wallet that is digital also. So wala siyang pinagkaiba sa GCash in that sense. It's all digital. Pero these wallets are very different kasi it's not created by Globe or it's not created by Smart or something like that. No, it is a completely based on the internet. And then the games themselves, maraming types to eh. The one that we're probably going to be talking about a lot today is probably Axie Infinity kasi siya yung pinaka well-known, no? Siya yung pinaka successful. But there's nearly about 100 of these play-to-earn games out there right now. It's just that when we talk about play-to-earn, especially here in the Philippines, Axie Infinity is the one that people will usually talk. In fact, I actually have a stuffed toy here. This is kind of one of the characters from Axie Infinity. Unfortunately, hindi ito official merchandise. It's actually pirated. As far as I know, wala kasing official. But I just needed it for visual aid purposes. Para lang hawak-hawak tayo. Yeah, right. Pinapirate na yung designs nila.
So you were saying hindi yan ginawa ni Globe, hindi yan ginawa ni Smart, no? Itong mga crypto wallets. So sinong gumawa nun? Dino, ikaw, you just opened a crypto wallet. So paano ba 'yon? Yung mga hindi nakakaalam, paano ginagawa yan?
Well, ako toddler pa yung pagka-understand ko sa mga ganito. But like some of this stuff, there are different ones there. Like you have Ronin, and then you have like something called Binance, and then you put your money in there, and then it shows you kung ano yung balance mo and how many percentage dun sa kung ano man currency na linigyan mo ng pera. And it's just put there. It's like a wallet, but digital.
I think so. The reason why there's so many types of wallets, Tita Jing, is because standard lang kasi yung cryptocurrency eh. It doesn't belong to a brand or a company. So that means that anyone who is capable of creating a wallet app can make a wallet app for cryptocurrencies. And that's why if you type on sa Google Play Store and you type crypto wallet, you'll literally see hundreds. Because there are so many businesses na yung main reason for their existence is just to be a cryptocurrency wallet. They don't create their own cryptocurrencies. They're just creating wallets. They're trying to make the best wallet experience.
So they
In
make
the same
money
way
out of just providing the wallet.
some of them do. Some of them may advertising. Some of them will will add services on top of those wallets. Posibleng within that wallet, pwede kang mag-exchange from
Convert.
using your credit card. O yung credit card mo, pwede mo pambili ng cryptocurrency within that wallet. So it's a little bit the same as yung nakikita natin sa GCash saka sa Paymaya. Di ba marami silang services dun sa loob ng mga app nila eh. They're a wallet,
Pero ano ba
but they
yun,
have so
Luis?
many services on top.
Okay. So yung legitimacy nitong mga wallets na to, kailangan mo bang tignan, silipin? Pwede bang may fake pala? Maloko ka kung mali yung binuksan
Yes.
mo crypto
Yeah,
wallet?
yeah. Yes, there's always a small danger that if you download a wallet app that is not very well known, maybe it's very young, or maybe it's a copy of another popular wallet app. May mga ganun eh, especially sa Google Play Store. Sa iOS, a little bit less common because iOS has a lot more control, di ba? They actually really verify yung apps na nakalist dun eh. Sa Google Play, slightly more open kasi sila. So may chance na sometimes, pag nagkamali ka, yung na-download mo is not actually the real, for example, it's not the real Binance wallet. It's actually maybe slightly different yung spelling niya, di ba? Ganun,
Oh
may
my
mga
God.
ganun eh. So it's sometimes, you have to be very careful. You have to check
How do
kung
we know, Luis? Anong
mataas ba
tips?
yung ratings niya? Marami ba siyang downloads? You can't fake the downloads, eh, di ba? So if you saw a wallet that's called Binance Wallet and then it's only got 1,000 downloads, that's not the real Binance.
Hindi yun.
Kasi like the real one will have millions and millions of downloads. Eh. So there's ways naman po to check kung ano yung
So one
kung
of the
alin yung legit.
downloads, kailangan maraming downloads. Ano pa?
Usually, that's the safest. One of the safest ways to do it. You check the ratings, number of reviews. You check the comments,
Reviews.
diba? If you're yun, ganun. Kasi like usually they'll probably say it, diba? Parang fake to. They'll probably say that in the reviews.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Si Dino, tangunang tango. Dins, ikaw, how do you choose the wallet you downloaded?
Talk to a lot of people who know what they're doing. Talk to a lot of
sure.
people who know what they're doing. Kasi ako, bago ako pumasok sa kahit anumang bagay, I talk to the people who are already doing it. Like, legit ba to? Safe ba to? What do you use? Kasi if you're gonna refer something to me that works for you, I know for sure na dahil ginagamit mo siya, hindi rin ako maloloko. Kasi you wouldn't want that to happen
Correct,
to yourself.
Right.
Tama,
So-
tama.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. You just have to ask a few people, no? Kasi sometimes iba-iba yung bibigyan nila
Yes.
na advice eh. Especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. Everyone has their own opinion about this stuff. So sometimes you kind of have to maybe average mo yung opinions nila to get the one that you want to follow.
That's why we're grateful to you, Luis, for always sharing, no? Your
Of course,
expertise
of
and your
course. Thank you.
inputs. So Luis, may crypto wallet na. Anong next step doon?
Okay, so now we're talking about how you actually play to earn, right? So this is the part where it becomes a little bit more, for most people, this becomes very interesting. But let me give some context first, no? Kasi a lot of people probably heard about Axie Infinity because they saw it on TV. At this point, mainstream media is covering it na eh. And there's a good reason for that. It's basically the most successful cryptocurrency game that has ever been made. On any given day, there are 2.5 million people around the world playing
Wow.
it. And 50% of them live here in the Philippines. So this is very much a Filipino-centric kind of game. In fact, very recently, yung company namin, Yield Guild, we went to Cabanatuan City, Nueva Ecija. This was just actually this weekend lang, so just a few days ago. And then we held an event there, basically to say thank you to the Axie community that was there.
Wow.
Cabanatuan City is where it kind of all began for the Philippines. Kasi ito yung pinakamataas na number of players
players
ng Axie Infinity, like within Cabanatuan City. So it's actually a very interesting place to go. It's probably the first conference where I've ever spoken. And literally, I know for a fact na 100% of the people there know what I'm talking about. Because lahat sila Axie players. They're all cryptocurrency users. They learned this stuff because during the lockdown, wala silang trabaho. They couldn't go outside. They discovered a game called Axie Infinity. And it allowed them to make a little bit of money. Just enough na it was worth learning more.
spending time
Back then, yeah, and back then they were making a few hundred pesos per day. It's kind of roughly around that same naman even now, no? So you usually, if you're playing it optimally, you'll probably make somewhere between 400 to 500 pesos per day in cryptocurrency. So that's the part where it becomes complicated for many people. Kasi yung kinikita mo is not pesos. Ang kinikita mo is a particular cryptocurrency that is specific to Axie Infinity, and dun mo lang siya actually magagamit. So ngayon, in order to turn it into pesos, iipunan mo siya and then you have to exchange it. And that's the part that always confuses people. Kasi, you know, they're not used to the idea na kailangan mo pa i-convert yung pera para mo siya magastos, di ba? But if you, in your mind, if you just imagine that this is just like any other foreign currency, imagine na para kang binayaran ng dollars. You can't spend that in SM. You can't buy Jollibee with that. You can't use dollars in the Philippines. You have to go to a foreign exchange, a money changer, like a Sandries or a Zarina, in order to turn it into pesos. So ganun din yung cryptocurrencies. Yung crypto na ina-earn mo sa games like Axie Infinity, kailangan mo siyang ipalit muna. And so that's why Dino has Binance.
Hindi pwede si Dino magpunta agad sa caterer na magbayad ng cryptocurrency.
Sa ngayon, you never know. You might be able to at some point in the future. But the reason why people like Dino have Binance Wallet is because Binance is one of the few wallets that actually accept the currency na Axie Infinity directly. And then from there, pwede mo siyang ipalit into a usable currency locally, which is pesos now for us.
Dins, you have questions? Before I shoot mine, go.
Okay. So far, like a lot of people are confusing out with SLP. Like converting it to the currency that we use. Which app or which wallet do you recommend would be the best in converting? Kasi there's another thing called like gas fees, right? Doon medyo nalilito pa ako.
Yun?
It's you have parang you have to pay them to
parang convert
it. Parang conversion fee.
So I can give you a slightly more analogy to make it a little bit easier. Unfortunately, kasi maraming tao na gumagamit ng network right now. The network is the place where all of these transactions happen. This is where all of the cryptocurrencies get exchanged or transferred or moved around, no? And this network is very, very busy. Pag congested yung network, tumataas yung transfer fees within the network. And the reason for that is parang nagiging auction system yon. You have to pay a little bit of money para mauna yung transaction mo. If you're not willing to pay that money, mahuhuli ka. You get pushed to the back of the line. So, you're not gonna get processed for some time. And because of that, that's what Dino was talking about, yung gas fees. That's basically what that is. Tumataas yung price niya as a result of network congestion. Now, yung sinasabi natin na what is the best place to exchange your SLP into pesos? The simplest answer for that as of right now lang and I'm sure this will change in the coming months. You want to use Binance because Binance will actually be able to do it for you na wala kang gas fees. Pwede mo siya i-transfer directly into your Binance wallet without losing gas. And then from there, meron silang tinatawag na peer-to-peer marketplace. Pwede ka maghanap ng isa pang user na mag-exchange nung SLP mo into pesos. So this is kind of like the equivalent of me telling Tita Jing, hey Tita Jing, ako na lang bibili nung SLP mo. Huwag ka na magpapalit anywhere else. I'll give you whatever the fair exchange rate is. I think right now, I think it's 2 pesos for 1 SLP. So If she has 1,000 SLP, I'll say, Tita Jing, wag mo na yan, wag ka na magharap ng magpapalit. I'll just give you 2,000 pesos. Just send me your 1,000 SLP. So that's what we call a peer-to-peer marketplace. Kasi you and I are peers and we are trading together with each other. So parang na-match lang tayo. Because it happens na naghahanap ako ng SLP, tas ikaw naghahanap ka ng pesos.
Okay. So does that mean I can already start playing as soon as I choose? Is the next step choosing the play to earn game that I want to use?
So this is the part where it gets even more interesting. And this is actually the part where my company comes in. Axie Infinity is an earning opportunity. And as we mentioned earlier, you can earn something like 400 or 500 pesos a day from it. What that means is if you're playing it regularly, every day, for example, you could make 12, 13, 14, 15,000 pesos a month, which is not a bad
minimum
income,
wage.
right? That's
that's
a pretty good.
That's a regular 9 to 5, bro.
Yes.
Right.
Minimum wage.
So because it is because it is income generating, the implication is it's got to be worth something, right? You can't just get this stuff for free. And what happened is tumaas yung cost nitong mga Axies na to. And again, this is not a real Axie, it's just a stuffed toy that represents the Axies. The actual Axies kasi are just digital pets, no? There's no physical version of them. So the price of these has gotten so high now that most people can't afford it. In fact, in order to buy one of these now, you usually have to spend about 10,000 pesos. And you need 3 in order to play the game. So yung entry cost mo to play Axie Infinity is now 30,000 pesos, which is quite high for many people, right? I mean, if you're coming from a low-income household, how will you afford 30,000 pesos? So that's where we come in. So yung business namin is that we rent out Axies. That's basically it. That's all we do. So we have tens of thousands of Axies. That yun yung inventory namin. And what we have are players who will rent the Axies from us.
For how much?
So that's the really interesting part about the business model. We don't charge for the actual rent. What we do is we ask for a portion of their income. Yeah. So we never ask for money up front. We only ask for 10% of whatever they made that month or that period. And then they can play the Axies for as long as they want. It's really up to them. But the mod
income.
We try to encourage the players to try to aim for at least like 10,000 pesos a month for themselves. Just because if you go below that, kasi parang it's almost not worth it anymore kasi you're below minimum wage na eh. But it's mostly for them. It's not for us, right? Because, the difference for us is 100 pesos. It's not that big a difference for us. So it's really like if you want to optimize this opportunity, you kind of want to be aiming for at least 10,000 pesos a month or so, just so it's useful to you. Now, that being said, it's still better than nothing, no? Kung kunwari, mababa yung palitan for SLP like it is this week, it's still better that you earn something kesa wala. If you have no job, if it's hard for you to travel to where the employment opportunities are, it's still better to have this alternative where actually kumikita ka pa rin, wala ka naman nilabas na pera, di ba? So actually yung puhunan mo doon oras lang eh.
Yes.
So it's actually
how much will you spend playing if you want to earn at least 10,000 pesos on the average? I know it depends on the skill of the player.
It's somewhere between 2 and 3 hours a day. It's actually not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. So we've got players who actually have full-time jobs pa rin. And they can continue to still play Axie Infinity. May oras pa rin sila eh. Especially now na parang dumadami na yung work from home. Yung 2 to 3 hours na yon that you play Axie Infinity, back before the lockdown, ito yung oras that you would spend on EDSA eh. Diba? So actually, at least ito kumikita ka, diba? And you're still at home. You don't have to be away from your family.
Luis,
there's a
how
lot
do
of
you screen?
advantages.
How do you screen the players? Siyempre, gusto nyo yung magaling, di ba? Dahil mas malaki yung kita nyo, 10% of
Yeah,
the
well, so we try not to be super strict about like we can't just choose gamers because you're not really helping people if you do that. I can give you some statistics about yung community namin ngayon, no. So we have about 93% of our community. They come from in households na yung monthly income nila are 20,000 pesos or below. So this is kind of the government definition of ultra low
Yes.
income, no? So this
Correct,
is right above the poverty line, and we prioritize households like that because kung yung kinikita ng family mo in total is 20,000 pesos per month, yung nadadagdag ng Axie Infinity is nearly 50% of that,
Oo.
right?
Di, lalo na sa
parang-
probinsya, Luis, ha? Malaking bagay yun. Like Cabanatuan.
I mean exactly. That's one of the reasons why Nueva Ecija is such a strong province for this stuff. I mean, so is Cebu, Davao, parts of the north. In fact, actually, yung medyo mababa yung player numbers namin Metro Manila. Kasi I guess in Metro Manila,
Maraming
you have a few
pagkakitaan.
more. Yeah, you have a few more options. Whereas, in the provincial cities, all you need is an Android phone, a reasonable connection. It doesn't have to be high end. It can be kahit normal DSL Wi-Fi, enough na yun eh. In fact, sometimes nga kung malapit ka sa cell site, kaya nga ng ng 4G. So it's okay. You don't need a lot of hardware for this stuff. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create this thing na parang basic income, right? It's like if you can enable people with a certain amount of money every month, they have a little bit more breathing room to think about what they actually want to do. Do they want to go back to school? Do they want to learn a new skill? Do they want to spend some time applying for a better job? Diba? So if you solve the problem of how they can put food on the table first, then they have a lot more time to think about what they want to do.
Okay, so Luis, Dino, may mga questions dito. Some are from our followers abroad. Deans, baka meron ka rin sa KUMU. I'll shoot the first question here. Paano po mamimili ng iba pang play-to-earn games aside from Axie? Paano po namin malalaman kung okay po yung games at legitimate? Luis.
Okay, so this is a very tricky question to ask because this is like asking me where to invest your money. And the reason why I always hesitate when I answer this question is because people often get confused about what makes Axie Infinity good or what makes it successful. The thing is, it is such a unique kind of concept because it happened very organically. Wala sa plano yung nangyari sa Axie Infinity. It just kind of became a bigger and bigger.
Ilan ang types of games? Play-to-earn games?
How many are there? Nearly 100. No naman. About 100 different games right now. But there's more and more all the time.
Okay, so out of the 100, ilan yung parang similar to the status of Axie Infinity?
None. There's nothing that's close. There's nothing that's close.
Wow.
Everything is a distant second. So when people ask me what the next play to earn game is going to be, what I'll usually say is no one has proven what that is yet. Because there's lots of ones that look really good, like they look really good. They look even better than Axie Infinity. The graphics are great. The gameplay is great. Pero yung economic model nila, wala pa dun. It's not there yet. Hindi pa nila na-figure out. And that's the part that is very challenging. Kasi you can design a good game. We know how to do that already. But having a wave,
play, and use
them. Right. That part is very hard.
May questions ka ba sa Go.
Meron here on FB from John Michael M. Manalo. Sir, have you heard of Crypto U? Is it a game? What's Crypto U?
Crypto U. I have not heard of it. There's, as I said, sobrang dami games that are coming out these days. I will say that if you really, really want to see the games that Yield Guild thinks has potential, just look at our blog na lang. So if you just type Yield Guild blog, you will find a list of all of the games that we've invested in. We've invested in a lot of them kasi, like, as I said, I don't know what the next big play-to-earn game is going to be, but we've made a couple of investments to try to find what that is. So meron kaming criteria, syempre. Although that's not my field of expertise na eh. I'm more of the parang on the manager side, like I'm trying to kind of make the community stronger and bigger.
So parang Luis,
but
parang ikaw yung star magic ng mga gamers, 'di ba? Kasi yung star magic Dino puro
okay.
artista.
But,
So si Luis
okay.
ang
I guess so.
gamers.
Siya ang direct Loren Jogi ng gamers. 'Di ba, no? So,
Okay.
di naman sila nagkakalayo ng kapugian ni Direk Loren.
Yes. We have another question here from Okir De Leon. What advice can you give to those who are new to crypto space and are losing hope or panic selling due to the falling price of SLP?
Okay. This is actually a really, really good question because Tita Jing, I'll just give you some context lang around this question. At the start of this year kasi, yung palitan for SLP, which is the cryptocurrency ng Axie Infinity, was around 2 pesos. Tapos, nung mga June or July, tumaas siya eh. Tumaas as in naging 20 pesos siya.
Wow.
For a few days, no? And then, unfortunately, bumaba siya ng bumaba, and then now we're back at 2 pesos. So, the people who came in around the time of June or July, what they saw was a price that was going down. Right? However, if you came in February, what you would see is the price that's going up naman. So it kind of depends on what your perspective is, no? The thing about cryptocurrency is, ganun yung buong industry. It's not just SLP that's like that. The most well-known cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, it's like that every few months. In fact, like as of right now, we're talking about Bitcoin. It lost 30% in the last 2 weeks. And this is a very common thing amongst cryptocurrencies. Why is that? Because they are a pure form of market sentiment. So in other words, yung tingin ng market dun sa isang cryptocurrency na ito, that is what the price becomes. And in the case of Bitcoin, sobrang tumaas siya this year. It was, I believe we entered 2021 at about $20,000, and right now it's at about 50. No, so parang over 2 times yung growth niya in the past year. So people were very excited about it. Clearly, bumaba siya ng konti ngayon, and what that means is very likely people are starting to take profits from their Bitcoin investment. Magka-Christmas na eh. You need a little bit of extra money for gifts and stuff like that. So that's a very common kind of thing that you'll see in cryptocurrency markets. It's not just SLP. It's everywhere. So don't be discouraged na bumaba yung price niya or it continues to go down. Nothing has changed about the technology itself. The technology itself is exactly the same as the one that you got into earlier. In fact, it's probably better than that now kasi nag-improve na sila eh. So what you are seeing right now is a temporary phenomenon na eventually it will correct itself.
Luis, may singit lang dito din kasi later on we'll be having representatives from Rainmaker. And so yun yung next question. Rainmaker Games is a platform, di ba? And ano ang role ng platform? Marami bang platforms? And paano ba pipiliin ng players, anong platform yung gagamitin nila?
Yeah, so actually, I don't know enough about Rainmaker Games. So part of the reason why I was excited for the show was because I wanted to see what they were going to talk about. In terms of platforms, you don't really need to. I think if you're starting out, you just stick with the most popular. Try not to fixate so much on finding the next Axie Infinity because that's where you lose money. When you start making bets na parang kasi naghahanap ka basically what you're trying to do there, you're looking for an investment that will 1,000x your money, right?
Correct.
That's what people are looking for, and that's basically
Unrealistic na
gambling.
minsan, no?
Yeah, that's basically gambling. And not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that if you don't know what you're doing, that you're more likely to lose money that way. So you could stick with the more established stuff when you're starting because it's safe. It's safer. You're more likely to find support if
Less
if something
risks.
goes wrong. Yeah, the risks are slightly less. I mean, there's still always going to be some form of risk, even with something like Bitcoin, na medyo, very established, no? But at least it's slightly less. And stop fixating on 1,000x returns because it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy.
Galing magpayo ni Tito Luis, Dino. Tito Luis na rin ang tawag ko sa kanya. Kasi galing ng payo niya. Good advice, Tito Luis. But Tito Luis, don't go away. We'll be having you back later. But as you said, we'd like to learn more about Rainmaker Games. So we'll pause for a while. And later on, we'll be bringing in our representatives from Rainmaker Games. So, Tito Luis, wag ka baalis ha. And Deans, babalik tayo maya-maya. Ang bawat pamilya, laging may tita. May titang maalaga at mapagmahal sa pamilya. May seryoso, may komedyano, may masungit, may mabait, may career-oriented, may galante, may kuripot. Pero anuman ang inyong labeling, ang pamilyang Pilipino may Tita Jing. Ang tita na handang makinig at iyong masasandalan. Ang tita na loved by millennials. Ang titang laging may balita at showbiz chika. May tips para sa working mommy. Lambigay para kay daddy. Payo para kina ate at kuya. OFW na feeling lonely. Connect ka sa akin. Trending issues, kasali rin. Lifestyle, gardening at farming, in na in. Basta anything under the sun, #patok yan kay Tita Jing. Nagbabalik po tayo dito pa rin sa Tita Jing It's Monday. Kasama natin si Dino Imperial. #CryptoMan. CryptoMan ka na, Dino. Child man. May mga papremyo ka raw, Deans. Go, go, go.
Alright, meron tayo games, guys. Meron tayong dito na kailangan i-guess ang word. Okay? We're gonna start with 4 picks and 1 word. And then it's called WHO-Larawan. Galing ng wordplay dito. WHO-Larawan. Okay? So you gotta guess it, type it, and send it. Okay? Hulaan ang word of the day. Okay? Mamaya lalabas yan. Tingnan ang pictures at ang letters. Okay? Guess it, type it, and then send it. Oh, ganun lang kadali, guys. Ganun lang kadali. Kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan yan. Ano ba yan? Ano yung simula ng C tapos nag-end sa Y? Ano yan? Ha? Ayan, marami na sumasagot sa KUMU ay marami na sumasagot sa FB. Talino nyo ah! Bilis nyo! Pero parang feeling ko hindi. Feeling ko hindi yan yun eh. Ako lang ah. Parang I need to buy another vowel. Oo. Parang I need to buy more consonants. Ha? Dami agad nagme-message sa KUMU.
Nakapili na ba ang ating DTI representative, Dino, ng mga winners?
Meron na ba, guys?
Na itatago natin sa pangalang Ralph Labitag, DTI representative. Ayan.
Ooh. Sige. So should I let everybody
Announce?
know?
Yes,
Announce
go,
ko na.
go, go.
Ooh, exciting! Okay, so we have 3 winners. First 3 winners. Okay, shout out kay Kevin Kersey, congratulations!
Yay! Woo!
Yan! Shout out din kay Shy0195. Okay,
Woo!
Shy0195. And then the last one for these first three winners is Nelski Duran. Yan. Ayan si Kevin Kersey, lagi dumadaan sa streams ko yan eh. So, papasalamat ako na nanonood siya ngayon.
Wow,
So,
swerte naman niya. Nanalo pa
Okay.
siya ng GCash.
So guys, all you gotta do is message Tita Jing on her social media accounts to get your GCash prize. Tsaka follow mo na rin siya. Okay? Tsaka follow mo na rin ako.
Oh, please. So follow Dino, follow Scene Zone channel, follow the FYE channel of ABS-CBN, and of course, follow Jing Castaneda on KUMU. Ayan, lahat po kami on KUMU. Uy, ang gwapo naman ni Dino. Pakita nga natin yun.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Pakita nga natin.
Wow! Daming pictures ha. Galing, galing,
Ayan,
galing.
ang child man.
Cute.
In other words, bata. In English mo lang
Ako
yung
yun.
child man, Dino.
Oo. Actually, binaliktad ko kasi man-child talaga tawag ko. So, ginawa ko siyang child man kasi, di ba, may Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. Ako si child man.
Doon ako sa crypto man, parang nandun yung pera sa crypto.
Sabi ng mga ibang followers ko, Heso Crypto. Lol.
Pwede. May sense of humor. Ayan. Meron daw second part ng pa-contest si Dino. So mamaya babalik natin ang atin pong WHO-Larawan. Pero congratulations sa ating first 3 winners ng GCash. At least ito din cash agad. Hindi na dadaan pa sa crypto exchange. O diba? Dami ko natutunan doon din sa. Parang gusto ko na magbukas ng crypto wallet.
Go lang. It's better to have than not to have. Oo.
Oo nga. Tsaka 'di ba mamaya tanong natin yung in our first interview with Luis, he was talking about their group having been certified by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So may ganun din pala. So I think there are only 8 of them, no, certified by the BSP. So at least if it's certified by Bangko Sentral, alam mong legit, 'di ba? Alam mong above board. So maganda rin malaman yung mga ganyang tips, 'di ba? So ayan. So we'll be getting back Luis Buenaventura later on. But for now, ito. So ito yung binanggit natin kanina, Deans, no? We have 2 stalwarts and pioneers in the play-to-earn industry here in the Philippines and in the world. Ayan. We have Mr. Victor Tan, who is the co-founder of Rainmaker Games and their Chief of Game Growth. Uy, may ganun pa pala. Chief of Game Growth. Parang Game of Thrones lang ang peg, ha? Ayan. And we also have VMiguel Gonzales, gaming coach. Gaming coach din. Gaming coach for Rainmaker, who also has a high ranking who is also a high ranking player sa Axie Infinity. Ayan. So tawagin na natin sila. So Rainmaker, guys, for your information, ha, Rainmaker has made headlines recently for raising $6.5 million. So hindi lang peso, Dino, dollars. In seed funding from high-profile investors like Coin Fund, Polygon Studios, Animoca Brands, among others. So we're very happy to have them. Let's try to bring them back. Kanina parang may technical difficulties tayo. So let's bring in VMiguel. Hi, VMiguel.
Hello, Tita Jing. Hello, Sir Dino. Sorry.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Victor. Thank you
Hi,
for
Jean
coming.
and Dino.
Hello.
Salamat. Magandang gabi.
Do you understand Filipino, Victor?
I learned from Rainmaker, from our players.
From your players.
Yeah.
So you know the curse words, ha? Pag natatalo, when they're losing, you know what they say.
In many years, I play with Philippine player. I learned this bobo.
That's tame,
kinda-
Victor. That's very tame. Bobo is very tame.
Okay.
That's one of the. That only
Yes.
means stupid. There are a lot worse words, curse words.
Yeah.
That we will not
And-
use tonight.
Which we will not use tonight. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So aside from Bobo, have you learned of any other Filipino word?
Yeah, quite a few. Salamat, thank you. I think
Guapo.
what else? Wapo, I don't know, but I learned
Pogi.
something like how do you call hot dog in Philippine? Hot dog.
Hot
Hot
dog.
dog. Hot
Hot
dog.
dog. Hot dog.
It's
Hot
like
dog.
the tone different from what we call it.
Guapo means good looking. Like you, VMiguel and Dino
Yes.
and Luis a while ago. You're all
No,
guapo.
yo guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're all
Sir Dino,
guapo.
guapo. Child man.
Do you know Mahal Kita?
Ooh.
Mahakita, yes, love you. Mahakita gamers.
Nice. Are you married?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So that's a word you need to learn. But we'll tell you when will you say it. We'll choose the woman you'll say it to. Do you have a girlfriend? You have novia?
No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Novia means girlfriend. Like Dino
Yeah.
has a
Oh,
novia. I don't know if V Miguel has novia. V Miguel, do you have novia?
Not yet, tita.
Not yet.
Ano
Yes.
lang, just married to the game. Married to the game.
Yeah,
yeah,
the game,
gamers.
the game is my novia.
So Victor has novia. Victor,
Yeah,
you have
I do.
oh, diba? Faithful. He immediately said yes, I do. Naps. Is she Filipina?
No, she's a Vietnamese.
Ooh.
Are you here in the Philippines now, Victor?
I'm in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, you're
Nice.
in Malaysia.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sure Dino, Victor's thinking, I thought we're gonna talk about the game. How come I'm being asked about my love life?
Oh,
this
it's
is all
alright.
personal questions,
Exactly.
huh?
It's all personal questions. No, but I'm teasing you, Victor, because when I checked out your profile, well, you're supposed to have played Atari. Is that correct? When you were younger, you
Atari,
were able to
yeah.
play with Atari.
If
Wow.
gamer might know about this, is that's all how gaming started. You only have left, right, up, and down. You
Correct.
know Pac-Man, and 25 years with this stuff.
So that
Atari
means
games since 25 years ago.
we're more or less of the same age group if you know about Atari. Because whenever I
That's why
interview
I don't call
Dino,
you Tita, I call you Jing.
whenever I interview Dino and people like V Miguel, they don't know about Atari. Oh my God, they don't
I
know
know Atari, but I'm not letting everybody know that I know Atari.
because you're from showbiz. You have a showbiz age. No, but seriously, Victor, you have a very interesting background. You've been into so many businesses. You're an entrepreneur, and you've been a CEO of so many other international companies. So what is it about? What gave you the idea? What inspired you to create Rainmaker Games?
Yeah, basically I was started this play to earn is coming at I think April, somewhere around April and May. That's how I started Axie Infinity. And we have like scholarship model in a very small group. Then eventually I met our Rainmaker founder, which is Wildin. And we are the true, I would say, we are the really true spirit and true story of Metaverse started. Because me and founder Wildin never met in real life before. And we founded this Rainmaker Games today. And we raised 6.5 million from Animal Car brand, Mary Circle, which is the key player in play to earn spaces, Polygon Studio, and we have Coin Fund. We have a lot of name in our list coming in, and more game partnership. And basically, we are starting something like we like to help these people, I mean gamers, to play game and earn. Since a lot of people doing things they love, like artists, they love drawing, artists think then they make money. Pilot by their professional, they make money. Why gamers spend a lot of time in their life, like me, okay, couldn't earn a single game, couldn't earn a single dollar from doing what I love. So this is something where come into picture that we build Rainmaker Games to bring these gamers, I mean gamers level up, and to be proud as a gamer, even a professional or a career soon to come.
How about Miguel? Miguel, before I pass on
Tita.
the floor to Dino. Miguel, how did you go get into play to earn gaming? How did you
Mm,
discover Rainmaker?
actually po, ano, it was referred from a friend of mine. From the start, hindi ako sure na may kita ba dito eh. But hindi ako nag-hesitate i-accept because when I researched about Axie, the game itself, it was my type of tea talaga or type of game na gusto use. Kasi I'm into strategy games po eh.
Hmm.
And that's how I
Anong
started
background mo,
playing.
Miguel? Anong background mo?
Background, I used to act
Before you
and
became the
perform.
gaming coach.
Okay, actor po and
Uy,
performer.
Dino,
Sa,
actor din
sa,
pala si Di
saan?
Miguel.
Sa
Pwede
GMA, no,
mo,
sabi mo kanina.
yes, nag-GMA po ako saglit, pero more on indie films. Tapos,
Mhm.
nagmo-mall tour din kami before, I sing. And when the schedule was affecting me physically and mentally, it was very tiring po kasi I know Sir Dino can relate to the schedule, di ba?
Kapag
Uh,
back-to-back yung taping.
yes, gaming saved me, in short. That's how
Mhm.
I transitioned my path into gaming.
Kailan ka nag-start mag-gaming, Miguel? When did you start?
Actually, I grew up playing video games, but as a career, it started back in 2018 po. 2018.
2018. Okay. Ilang
Yes.
taon ka na ba? Sorry for asking kasi hindi ka nag-Atari eh. Kami ni Victor ang nag-Atari.
I am 24 years old po.
So,
Bata
batang-bata.
pa.
Oo,
Batang-bata pa.
batang-bata. Batang-bata. We're saying, Victor, that Miguel is very, very young. Okay, but you started with the gaming industry in what year again, Miguel?
2018 po. 18.
2018. So,
2018.
bago
Yes.
lang ha, bago lang.
Bago pa mag-pandemic, no? At least, di ba, you were already in it bago pumasok
Yes.
lahat ng ibang tao.
Mm.
Very good
Okay.
timing.
Nakaswerte.
So, Axie Infinity ang una mong nilaro
Sa play to earn po, Axie
sa
Infinity.
play to
Pero
earn.
yung gaming career ko, I transitioned into playing Mobile Legends because yun yung uso sa Facebook that time eh.
Mm, okay. What does a gaming coach do specifically for RMG?
Kasi
Okay.
kailangan ko yan. Kailangan ko yan, Miguel.
um, para sa akin kasi ang goal ng coach, kasi ako as a coach, my best teacher is the experience itself. It took me hundreds of hours playing this game and that's how marami akong alam tungkol sa laron to. And as a coach, I wouldn't say job eh. My passion is to instill my learnings and experience onto my
Mm,
students po. Thank you.
galing.
Very passionate po talaga sa pagtuturo. I actually do it for free before. I do it for free
Wow.
as a hobby. And I was lucky enough to meet Sir Victor and he offered me to become a coach of her guild. And nahiya ako nung una. Sabi ko, hala, deserve ko bang maging trabaho to? But na sweet talk tayo ni Sir Victor and I'm very happy that I get to earn while doing my passion because I'm very passionate
Mm.
po.
Because you love to share, no? Your
Yes,
knowledge,
yes.
your wisdom.
I have a
Vince, go.
question for you, Miguel. So,
Yes, sir.
yun nga, being a coach and everything, syempre kailangan magaling ka sa mga games mo, di ba? So,
Yes.
how do you become a top player in the play to earn industry? Kasi
Okay.
syempre you're playing and you're also earning, which is the ito sasabihin ko lang, is the dream job of every kid out there.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because back in the day, right, we would be playing Atari, Super Nintendo, all this stuff, right? And then I'd just be on my PlayStation, and then your mom would be like, "Oh, ano ginagawa mo dyan?
Yes.
You're not studying.
Yes.
You're just
Victor
playing
can
video
relate.
games. Are you making money from that? You're just
Oh
wasting
my
your
God.
time."
Well,
But
So true. So true.
Yes.
now, guess
Do
what,
your
mom?
homework first. You need to get your
I-
degree so you can make
And I'd be like,
money.
and like,
Agree,
Mom, I
agree.
made my degree in making a game, and now I'm making money off this game. So my question for you, Miguel, is how do you become a top player in the
Actually,
play to earn industry?
meron
How?
akong funny story dyan. Medyo ironic din. When I started playing Axie, the first few weeks, I was actually one of the lowest earner. Or in short, one of the weakest players from my guild. And I received a warning message that one of your new scholars, VMiguel, is one of the least earning scholars. So I didn't. And I think I used that as fuel for motivation. And at the same time, I really love the game itself. I'm not
Mm.
doing this to impress them na I can master this game because sabi nyo, isa ako sa lowest earning I'll prove you wrong. No, not like that. It fueled me to I think learn from every game. Learn from every Before I was just playing to enjoy myself, but now I had the motivation to improve, and it's like what one of my guildmates said, it's either you win or you learn, and that's what I applied during my journey of playing Axie
Mm.
Infinity.
Mm.
I think my tip would be number one, just enjoy the game because remember the keywords: play to earn. This is not work to earn. If you're working, if you treat Axie as work, it's no different from any other kinds of job itself, right? But if you're playing to earn and the goal of playing is to enjoy,
Mm.
everything else will follow. The success will follow if you're enjoying what
Wow.
you're doing.
Kaso kapag natatalo ako, hindi na ako nag-i-enjoy eh. Alam mo yun?
Kaya nga po ako paos, kaya po ako paos. Kagabi,
Oo.
Dino, yung sabihin mo, bobo, bobo, bobo.
I tell that to myself.
Whoa.
Kasi I tell that to myself.
Bobo.
Man.
That's my
Bobo,
fault,
bobo.
no?
Ayan.
Um,
Oh, but
I,
I have a question for Victor, ha? So, Victor, a while ago, we had Luis Buenaventura, and I saw you listening in the background. So, I
Yeah,
was
sure.
asking him to talk about, platforms like Rainmaker and like RMG. And, he doesn't know um, anything about RMG, and he really would like to learn more about it. So, can you share with us what your company's mission or vision is, and what prompted you to create RMG, Rainmaker Games?
Thank you, Eugene. Yeah, very good question. And yeah, we are very low profile and we just started like 27 July, only 6 months from now, August. And that's where we started. And at the 27 July itself, the day, we call that we like to build this community for gamers, for gaming. So we're saying something like very, just somewhere to start. And we call number one blockchain gaming community in the world. That is how we started Rainmaker Games. Then eventually, as we grow and we expand, and we have very interesting, we have this event called Bonfire in our community. Since 6th of August, every single night, 8 p.m. in our Discord, you will start seeing from 15 people, then 40, then 30, 100, 400. At the peak time, we have 600 to 700 people on the Discord for the same event, 8
Wow.
p.m. Philippine time, bonfire.
Wow.
That's how we build this gamers community. I would say crazy, man. I didn't expect this happen. And it happens. So we are very proud of it. And I'm very proud of Axie Infinity also. It created the opportunity for gamers to start to see things differently, and play to earn bring gamers together, and seeing the opportunity maybe one day or very soon to come, very near to us. Playing game can make a living, can make a good career for not just professional gamer, not just
Mm-hmm.
e-sport player, because e-sport player might only like 1% or less than 1% of the world gamers. So we see this opportunity to build something. I mean, in our vision is to build the largest gaming community in the world, not limited to players only. Is we are here to connect gamers, games, and guilds together. So everyone
Mm.
have a better ecosystem and platform to connect. Yeah,
So it's like an
that's
entire e-gaming universe, right?
yes, and it's not. I wouldn't say like one gamer you have to connect to 800,000,
Mm.
1 million player, but it's a place for people can connect with like-minded
Mm.
those people who share the same game. Like if you love Atari, you might see me in the Atari group chat in Rainmaker platform later because
Me.
my passion is there. Yeah, like Super Mario. They has a group chat. They have a group connecting to the gamer. Like Axie Infinity, like VMiguel have a place to chat with the Axie Infinity player in Rainmaker platform. That is what we dream of. And probably you can start small group like Mobile Legend. 5 of you go into the game and play. Okay, and I think we are very. We always talk about openness in our community, inclusiveness, transparency. That's what we talk about, and we must have fun as what VMiguel mentioned just now. Fun is everything gamers. Gamers are the very unique community in the world. Okay, they are not so boring. Okay, simple said. So that is it. And the inclusiveness that you can see is you can see on VMiguel shirt, he's the #1 season 18 player in YGG. Okay, YGG, wow, he also can be the coach for Rainmaker Guild. So this is the openness in crypto world, which is you can't really see in corporate traditional world, right? That's what something that we love it, to build this community and the
I know
platform.
it's a huge industry, Victor, but do you have any competition? Do you have any competitors? Or do you have any I mean, what are the milestones of the company, and what do you measure your performance, or who do you measure your performance up against?
Yeah, cool. Very good question again. And Jin, thank you. In fact, we don't see competitor because we are placed ourselves in a very we position ourselves is here to help the whole ecosystem level up. In terms of you are gamers, you are the guild, or you are the game studio who try to figure out what gamers going to like your games in terms of your game design, game mechanism, your token. Because even player in Axie Infinity can complain about SLP price sometimes. We know. So is there a better way to do this together? Better by the power of community. So we seek collaboration more than competition in this ecosystem. And to come back to your question, second question, the milestone. So far we have 1,000 since started with 5 player, 10 player. Now we have 1,200 players and 800 in training. And we are keep growing our in-house guild. At the same time, we are building the platform in terms of Web 2.0 technology and Web 3.0 technology blockchain. We like to build this fast, so we bring in Web 2.0 technology as well to make things grow, build faster. So player like from Dota, Mobile Legend, any other game, they might able to integrate their game profile into Rainmaker platform. So this is a milestone that we're going to, we already achieved like 1,200 players. And Q1 next year, we're going to have beta launch of our platform, which is, I think, where the world start plays to earn. And many players hope they can join our movement for gamers. And at this platform, we might see things differently because in Axie Infinity guild model now, or some play to earn guild model, in fact, they receive thousands of applications every day, okay, or hundreds. So we believe we have this guild verified, very unique guild verified system to tell this player is it really a good player before they get guild verified to join the guild. So in fact, we are here to help everyone, to help the guild better. Yeah.
Okay. Deans, you may have questions, but shout out lang to our Comunizens. We have more than 6,000. Hello!
Grabe,
On
oo.
Kumu,
Wow.
watching us, no,
Wow.
separately from our Facebook and YouTube. On Facebook and YouTube, we have close to 4,000. So we have 10,000 total, no?
It's a lot of people.
Individuals
Wow.
watching us tonight. So, Deans, you have questions for Victor or your fellow actor, V.
Sige.
Miguel?
I have,
Actor turned gamer. Pareho pala kayo, Dino, no? Ni
Oo
Miguel.
nga,
was,
no?
whatever makes me money, you know I'm there.
So ako rin. So ako naman, anchor, host turned gamer na rin ako. So that's where the money is. Okay.
Would,
So, okay, go,
so
Dino.
would you, okay, for the kids out there that want to get into gaming, would you consider this as because you know, like a lot of old people, they like to throw around what the definition of a real job is. Would you consider this like a full blown career for like an upcoming kid, an upcoming gamer that just wants to go all in? Would you recommend
Um,
this?
I think it depends on the level of determination on how you want to pursue this type of career. Because for me, I think my gaming career is a business, and my investment is myself. Because I only not hindi lang ako naglalaro para kumita. I also make contents, I do coaching, I test out and review games. In short, I tackle different angles from this space, and that's why I consider it as a legitimate job.
Nice. Okay. I also have another question for Victor. If you were to create your own play to earn game like Axie,
Wow.
which one would you want? Like, cause I'm thinking if a franchise, like a famous franchise like Disney, were to start their own NFT play to earn game, which franchise would you want to start their own? Your mic's on mute, Sir Victor. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Thank you, Dino. In
Dino,
fact,
yeah, yeah.
I have this something in mind which is probably less create. If there's a game like this, why not we create the where the world plays to earn and let's get gamer enjoy. If we could have a game have like a Disneyland, what you say? Let's make a home game for all the popular classic titles of all. Then player can play different section in the game: Mario, Castlevania,
Alam mo, si
Atari
Gino
game,
yung
Pac-Man. Yeah, make it the ecosystem and community for all. I think gamers will all come to here, have a place to play.
It would be like Ready Player One with everything in there.
Yeah, with different games.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Victor,
that's our platform.
Victor, there are a lot of questions here about how do they become or how can they become a part of your community?
Oh yeah, now we have 25,000 people in our community, which is our in-house guild community in the Discord, and our Telegram also more than 20,000 people following. And we just created a new community Discord, which is public facing for all the platform user going to be the REN token that's going to launch on 17 December. Launch for sale, fair token launch, which is on copper launch, fair token launch on copper launch, 17 December. So that's where they can start to invest or to be part of the Rainmaker ecosystem and our platform also. So those who get REN token in, they could be part of the like investor, like the token holder. When our platform ecosystem grow, you're going to be like profit sharing, the value going to bring in into the token value as well. And very simple say, for gamers, for anyone in the world who like to join this movement of play to earn, where the world start to play to earn, just hop into our Telegram and Discord. Then you'll find out that's very easy. We have very high openness for everyone to join us. And definitely we would try to make more player on board. Is in our mission to onboard millions of players. They know about crypto or not. They might be Rainmaker might be the first place they get their first in-game token, and probably the first place they get crypto into peso, into US dollar and shopping. Then they start to believe crypto is real.
Okay. Deans, we'll just pause for a break, and then when we return, we will bring back Luis, Buenaventura, and of course, we'll still have Victor and VMiguel. So, mga kapamilya, mga kasambuhay, wag po kayong BBT, magbabalik pa rin kami, and Dino will be giving away more GCash for you. Bye!
Wow.
Hello mga kasama sa buhay, mga kasambuhay, mga kapamilya, Merry Christmas! December na naman. Siyempre, panahon na para ibahagi ang atin pong simpleng mga blessings at panahon na para ipakita po sa inyo yung aking pasasalamat sa lahat po ng inyong suporta all these years. So, marami po tayong giveaways ngayong Pasko. Pero syempre, higit sa lahat, meron tayong mga charity activities para po sa mga nangangailangan nating mga pamilya, mga kabataan. Meron tayong mga toys. So again, thank you po for all your support. Abangan po ninyo yung ating mga announcements dito po sa ating Facebook page, Jing Castaneda. Pwede nyo rin po ako i-follow sa iba ko pa pong mga social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at syempre sa KUMU para po sa iba pang mga announcements. So kahit po medyo mabigat yung Pasko, yung buong taon, dahil nga po sa pandemya, kailangan kahit paano mapangiti pa rin tayo. Diba? So we have to be there for each other and walang bibitiw. Diba? Kapit lang, laban lang, at Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. Bye! Hello, mga kasama sa buhay, mga kasambuhay. Ako po si Tita Jing Castaneda. Mas kilala man po ako sa pagbabalita at sa seryosong mga bagay, maaasahan niyo rin po ako sa mga problemang pangkalusugan. Any tips po, Doc, on how to effectively prevent the virus? Isyong pampamilya.
Ang priority namin right now is really taking care of our family.
At syempre, public service.
Salamat ako, lalo kay Sir Bob. Laking tulong po ito talaga na tanggap po ako.
Thank you so much, Ate Jing, for this opportunity.
Yun naman ang magpapasa ng pag-asa. Kaya kung gusto ninyong makibalita, makipagkwentuhan, tumawa o makichika, samahan ninyo po ako sa aking Facebook, KUMU at YouTube Live. Napapanood din po tayo sa The Filipino Channel sa ABS-CBN TFC. Pamilya Talk with Tita Jing. Nagbabalik po tayo at si Dino meron na namang announcement sa mga panalo. Go, Deans!
Oh my God, guys. Kung nanonood kayo, siguro alam niyo na kung ano nangyayari. Kasi meron word dito na dapat nyo hulaan sa WHO-Larawan. Okay? We have winners, guys. Okay? I will announce all of the winners. Kaya makinig kayo yung mga tao na sa FB, na nagko-comment, yung mga nasa KUMU. Okay? Standby kayo kasi these are our winners. So ulitin ko yung sa kanina, our first three winners, which was Kevin Kersey, Shy 0195, Nelski Duran. But we have three more extra winners. Okay? All right. We have D. Pinay Rover. Congratulations. Okay. Ito, si Gemwell Red is another winner. And then this next one is one of my followers dun sa Church of Childman. Special congratulations to Renzowski. O yan, kailangan mo ko muna ng GCash. Ano siya? Taga Canada siya. Yeah.
Wow! Galing naman. O ayan ang mga winners. So thank you ho for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And please continue to follow our social media accounts. Una na ako din so Jing Castaneda, sure. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course sa KUMU. And follow nyo rin po ang ABS-CBN Scene Zone channel, ABS-CBN FYE channel. And also, please check out my column sa Philippine Star and Filipino Star ngayon. Yun yung Tagalog version. For today's column, we wrote about our interview with Nene Tamayo. Ayan, former PBB, Pinoy Big Brother housemate. So, ano rin siya, entrepreneur Dino, dami niyang mga negosyo, no? So, if you want to check out what she's been up to, nandun po yung link sa ating interview, nandun po sa ating column, no? Sa Philippine Star, para po mapanood ninyo. And, ito pong episode natin tonight, so I'll be writing about our episode tonight in my Philippine Star column. So please watch out for that para mas marami pa po tayong mabigyan ng impormasyon tungkol sa play to earn. Ayan. Deans, your social media accounts, go.
Yes, please do follow me on KUMU, syempre. Twitter and Instagram, same handle, @Dino Quilates. Tsaka sa Laika na rin, kasi alam ko may gems din dun nagagamit din as cash. See me, kind of like cryptocurrency. So, yan, @Dino Quilates, KUMU, Twitter, Instagram, Laika. Follow me on Facebook, Dizzy Savage. Also, Childman na rin dun sa Facebook ko. And also Dino Imperial. Yan, marami akong pages dyan. Ayan, it's all there. It's all there.
I'm sure magsa-start ka na ng crypto play to earn page mo, Deans.
Well, maybe, hopefully. Tingnan natin para makuha ko na rin mga ibang gamers para malaman ko na rin kung ano nangyari sa realm na yun.
Oo, alam mo, it's a very, very interesting industry to look into, to check out. And kaya po yan po yung ating mga bisita ngayon, mga experts. So again, let's call back, of course, the co-founder of Rainmaker Games and their chief of game growth, Mr. Victor Tan, and ang atin pong ating actor turned gamer, yan, na si VMiguel Gonzales, gaming coach for Rainmaker, and also a high-ranking player in Axie Infinity. And syempre, walang iba kung hindi si Luis Buenaventura. Binabalik ko
again.
Ayan. Luis, so after listening to Miguel and Victor,
yes.
Any insights, any inputs? Ang ganda ng I mean, I love the vision of Victor for their company. It kind of also, it has the same inspiration, no? Like yours, no? Like the YGG.
Yeah, I think, Tita, what's going on here is that you're seeing the birth of a new industry kasi. And that means that there's going to be these companies that are going to be parang trying to address all of these different problems, all of these different challenges, but they're going to take it from different angles. And I think that's good, no? Because eventually, either you will find areas to collaborate, or you will find areas where, you're both moving in the same direction pala, even if it wasn't obvious at the start, and then you can start building together. So I think that it's always cool to learn more about other people's companies and see where they're focusing. I think with at least with Yield Guild kasi, with YGG, so I'm the Pilipinas country manager. So yung focus namin is very much the Philippine community. That's why we talk a lot about all of the provincial cities that we're trying to support and grow. But YGG as a company is actually in 24 different countries. So may mga counterparts ako sa ibang bansa na parang sila naman yung country manager of say India, or country manager of Brazil, or these other countries that we have presence in. Although the Philippines is definitely by far the largest population that we have, because this is basically the birthplace of play to earn, which is it's very nice to be able to say stuff like that for once about the Philippines. No, it's so rare that you'll be able to say that about the Philippines
and be proud of it, no?
Yeah, for sure.
Miguel is also a member of YGG, Dino. Pinapakita niya yung kanyang jacket.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Dude, I need to get you one of these. So these.
Oh, what is that?
Sorry,
What
these
is
are
that?
our medallions. Sorry, we'll
Oy.
focus. There you go. There.
Wow.
So this is a medallion that we only give like yung parang core members of the group. So we're never gonna make more of these. So this is it. Like so, I'm kind of trying to be very, very careful about who I give it to, because we're gonna run out of supply pretty soon.
Miguel, kailangan ka dumaan sa amin ni Dino. Miguel, kailangan ka dumaan. Kami ang manager. Kung si Luis ang Johnny Manahan at Direk Lauren Jogi, kami ang Charo Santos at Carlo Katigbak.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay ba yun? Ikaw si CLK, ako si Charo Santos. Okay. Pero Miguel, so why did you join YGG? How did you discover it? Baka may iba kasing nanonood na gustong sumama, no? So paano mo ba na-discover ang YGG?
Actually, my guild.
And what do you get out of it?
Oh yeah, I started as a player for AXU.EVO, and I think AXU.EVO is under YGG, and
One of our earliest partners.
Yes, yes, yes. When I reached the top 100 leaderboards on Axie, I was absorbed by YGG, and they offered me to become a professional player for the guild, and that's why I'm very, very thankful for YGG because, in short, sila yung unang opportunity ko when it comes to Axie, and I am forever grateful. Actually, ang daming nung naging top player po ako, ang dami nag-offer sa aking guilds. Sin back and forth. Tapos i-mention ko lang na YGG ako, and uh, we can see the respect from other guilds when talking about
Yes.
YGG. Yes, very respected ng YGG po. Kaya
Street
YGG
We have
cred.
nice
definitely.
caps. We have nice merchandise.
Yeah, nice
That's all
merchandise.
it is.
Dinala pala sa jacket, saka sakat. Ngayon, may medallion ka na, Miguel. So, pag babarilin ka, harap mo yung medallion.
Yeah,
Tama yung baril.
yeah, man,
Parang
it's heavy.
bowling
It's
na
heavy.
agimat lang yan. No.
Ako,
Oy, pero
gamble.
ano ha, I mean, I'm very happy din so to see that see like Miguel is a member of YGG. YGG is looking forward to working with RMG. Tama si Luis and Victor a while ago was saying that
Wow.
it's an entire new universe that we're
Nice.
facing. And as far as I'm concerned, I just really want to make sure we get to help people, especially Filipinos, make sure that they're not scammed, that
Yeah.
they
Mm,
choose legitimate investment opportunities or ventures, especially in the Philippines, Victor. You know, it's hard-earned money, and well, that's one. And then second, as far as parents are concerned. So Dino was talking about a while ago. Dino was talking about parents who would always tell their children, "Oh, don't play anymore. You know, you just study, etc." And it's a personal eye opener for me because in the past we'd have guests, pediatricians, psychologists, and we'd always talk about gaming because I'm worried about its effect on the children. I mean, I don't want them to get an idea that it's easy money and therefore they don't need to
Yes.
educate themselves anymore,
Yes,
etc.
yes, yes.
So that's very important, no? And
True.
Victor, do you want to give your 2 cents worth on that?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jin, to bring this up. Yeah, definitely not easy. In fact, VMiguel is here. He is an Axie Infinity player, play to earn player. He know how it is as a player. You need to step up, level up in terms of games. It's not easy. Like I would say one thing. Sometimes I talk to our players and rainmakers in our in-house guild. This is not the click to earn career. This is not the click to earn career. You are play to earn, then make sure you have a good play. So I mean, as more play to earn game come into the spaces and more people join into play to earn phenomena, this uh, movement, I believe the competition will step up. That's why we have Rainmaker Games, which is to help player have the easy access to training, to introduction of new play to earn games, and we might set some barrier for games like we in our Q3 next year or Q4 next year, we have something called game audit system and game penetration test system, which is might help player even better to know how good is this game from our reporting system and audit system. And for players, they're able to level up in terms of training, certified training in Rainmaker ecosystem, and yet also very interesting, even they are not top player, but they still manage to earn a little from different play to earn game. So if good player, they're going to step up professional way, earn better and better. Probably one day you will see player earning $1,000 or $10,000 a month in play to earn space. That's how things this industry will evolve, I believe.
Dean's
I
your
have a
questions?
I have a question for Luis and Victor, since you guys know what you guys are talking about. How do you see the industry, like the whole play to earn, the NFT games? How do you see the industry evolving?
I can start. I can start, and then I'm sure Victor will
Yeah,
have
sure.
kind of his own perspective also. I think that the thing that a lot of people forget is that this industry is so young. Axie Infinity itself is what we call an alpha version of a game. No, what that means is It is the very first real version of the game, but it like the roadmap is very, very long. Kumbaga, wala pa tayo sa version 1. We're actually version more like 0.1 or something like that. So that means there's still so much evolution that we're going to undergo over the next few years. There's still so much we need to learn. And just because it seems like ang dami ng yumaman, ang dami ng naging successful, that doesn't mean that there's not time to get in, because we're still very much early days. And I think that partially the reason why there's so many young companies coming out of this space is because there's so many people who are trying to get in nga ngayon. And that's more of an indication that it looks like it's got potential. That does not mean that we're already successful. So we're still trying. We're still trying to figure things out. So, when you talk about kind of like where it's all going to go, I don't know. That's the most honest way for me to answer this question. I don't know. And I don't think anyone can really tell, no? So we have our most ambitious dreams, of course. We want this to become a global phenomenon. We want Filipinos to be able to, make financial choices with real financial freedom, and, access these new ways to make money safely in their homes if they want. They don't have to leave their house if they don't want to. That stuff is empowering. But am I confident that it's going to be like that 5 years from now? No, I'm not. But this is the future we're trying to build. And that's all I can really say about that. No, so we believe in the potential. We're gonna try to work our butts off to make it happen.
Victor?
Yeah, thanks, Luis and Jean. From my point of view, before I started, I have this Axie, I think, can over the virtual world meet with Luis, your Axie as well. We also got
We have our own mascots.
there's my credit before I started how this industry will go. I would say that we credit to YGG and Axie Infinity that did a very fantastic job in Philippines so far and become a phenomenon in the world, and especially crypto native like us, crypto world. So people are very looking forward how this play to earn space and this industry going to be. So what we can do is we play our role like YGG in Philippines and the world now, expanding their guild. And while we are very hardworking building our V1, which is the beta launch on next year, Q1 2022. So our mission is more on like how to portal people into this industry and start to grow and scale. Okay, but for the future, I believe play to earn is some way to get people started to all this, but definitely the game got to be fun because this community is all about gamers. So I believe it will eventually a player-driven economy. Players, the user, always whenever we see things like Uber make people easier to get. I want to from point A to go to point B, so I pay a fraction amount of money. I get to achieve this by using Uber platform. So Rainmaker Games or the platform, what we are seeing also the same thing. Player want to play games simple as this, and which is the game that's are fun. So play to earn get things started, and we believe all this game will evolve, will improve to be a better game, more fun. At the same time, player who really put in the efforts in this ecosystem, create value, they're going to earn well as well. So it's not like play to earn is going to be everything. So this is how I see this industry going to evolve with more player-driven economy, player-driven direction towards the future of this gaming industry, the whole gaming industry. Thank you.
Deans, ako
I
for
have
parting shots ni... Oh, go. Go.
Sige. Well, because I know na dahil bago to, maraming tao I'm sorry. English pala, sorry. I know that this is new, right? And a lot of people are paranoid and worried of like where to invest their money and
Hello?
Hi, Deans.
on the stream, like on Facebook
Naglalag.
and all that.
Ayun, go.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, good.
So,
Go ahead.
So there are several social media posts about rug pull maneuvers So what does that mean? And is this something that the NFT cryptocurrency players should worry about?
Yes, it is definitely something that you need to worry about. It is a very common phenomenon right now, but it's not exactly unfamiliar to Filipinos because anytime naman na pag may nauso, there's always going to be scammers that are going to try to pretend that they are one of the legitimate providers of this service, whatever it is. No? So we're not strangers to these kinds of things. You see these types of scams even in e-commerce, no? In Lazada, in Shopee, you'll see parang scam vendors there. And why are they there? Well, because there are enough people that are into e-commerce. They're always looking for a good deal. And sometimes they can't tell the difference between a good deal and a deal that's too good to be true, right? And that's usually how you get them. Now, rug pulls are kind of that's kind of our nickname for these crypto projects that promise you everything, right? And this is why I'm so careful about how I talk about the future, because no one can really predict how well your project or your game or whatever your platform, you can't predict how well that's going to do in the future. However, you can tell people that these are your goals. This is the mission of the company. These are what we're trying to accomplish. But no one can say for sure na magagawa mo talaga yan. These are unknowable things. And the thing about a rug pull, because is oftentimes they'll promise you like, if we're gonna go 1000x, right? This is again what I was talking about earlier. It's usually pag naghahabol ka kasi ng 1000x returns, doon ka na susunog because your greed is getting ahead of your brain. And the reason why it's called rug pulls is because it's like they pulled the rug right from under you, right? And you lost your support, you lose your funds because they actually run away with your money because they promised you stuff, you made the investment, and they ran away. Wala siyang pinagkaiba dun sa mga Ponzi schemes that we are very familiar with. Ganon. It's the same thing. It's just kind of a more crypto kind of version of it. And definitely need to be very aware that that is a possibility. And again, it's very hard sometimes to tell if a deal is really, really good or if it's too good to be true. That part requires experience. It requires you to ask for advice from people. It requires you to, see what other people are doing, firstly, not just blindly following.
Ito si John Michael Manalo. Any red flags po so we can avoid scams? Any tips?
Well, I mean, so the first things I usually check are who the team is. Like when I try to review a new project, the first thing I will do is I'll check who the team is. Do they have any background in this stuff? Especially the ones that are trying to give you like really make big promises. We're gonna change the world with cryptocurrency. I mean, there's so many projects that say that, by the way. Financial inclusion. We're going to bank the unbanked. These words are like hot. These are like hot terms in the industry. And then when you're gonna build the metaverse, we hear that a lot. So what you have to do is you check who are the people that are making these promises, who are they associated with, do those people look like they're legitimate? Can you back check any of the things that they're saying? There's a lot of research that comes into this stuff, unfortunately, and I think that one of the best pieces of advice I ever got from one of our other community members, si Kuku, was I will never recommend a cryptocurrency project or a gaming project unless I'm willing to stake my name and reputation on it. Okay. So if you're not willing to do that for this particular thing, then forget it. Don't talk about it now. Because I'm willing to go to bat. I'm willing to go to bat for Bitcoin. I'm willing to go to bat for Ethereum. I genuinely believe that those projects are going to do well. But for a lot of these smaller ones, I'm not willing to stake my reputation on it. So that's kind of my personal threshold for whether or not I'm going to back something.
Okay. Miguel, ito naman may question dito, no? And ako sisigundahan ko na rin. Kasi maraming mga successful, di ba, Miguel, na kumita. Pero minsan, like for instance, in YouTube, we read or see all of these features about people making money because of their YouTube posts, channels, etc. But actually, that's like 10 out of 1,000, 10 out of 100 out of a million, di ba? So it's really, majority pa rin naman hindi nagiging instant millionaire. So
Yes,
sa
ma'am.
gaming, ano ang payo mo dun sa mga ngayon na excite lahat gusto mag-gaming kasi feeling nila dyan sila yayaman, di ba? Dyan kikita. Wag na tayo mag-aral, gaming na lang tayo.
Thank you po sa question.
Dino,
Para,
graduate, tapos ka na, matanda ka na, hindi ka na, ano doon.
para sa akin kasi po, kung papasokin mo tong space na to or mundong to, do it because you love to play. Do it for the game. Because yun yung core eh. It's called the gaming community or it's called play to earn because we play. And kapag inisip mo kasi yung kikitain mo, pasok ako dito, yayaman ako. I don't think that's the right mindset when joining this space. From my experience po, pinasok ko to because I love the genre of the game. I am in love with the game itself and everything else followed. Yun, lahat ng opportunities because it starts with the passion po talaga.
I
Pero kung
agree.
gusto mo yumaman, mag-aral ka ng college, ganun, mag-business ka, take business course like myself. I took financial management and that's the safest way to become rich, no? Know how to manage your finances well. Pero yes, gaming is for us to have fun. Bonus na lang po yung kita. That's my mindset right here.
Tama. Sabi nga nila, di ba? You choose the work that you love so you don't have to work a day in your life, right?
Yes.
Well said.
Victor, you have any parting shots? And also, please plug your social media accounts. Where can they get in touch with you if they want to join your community?
Yeah, sure. The simple one I think will be rmg.io is our official site. I think from that you'll get access to the Telegram, Discord, our community, and Twitter as well. So where the world plays to earn, but we are just getting started. So a lot to wait it coming. I mean, from our tech side, I mean technology development, and at the same time our community, how we can build these gamers and gaming community into the space for people enjoy. And as what VMiguel and Luis mentioned just now, is all this we can't really predict how's the future going to be, but we are really here because we love gaming. We love gaming, and we know that people, if you do what you love and you put in good efforts, I think a lot of opportunity will come for all of us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Victor. Okay. Next, we'd like to hear from Miguel. Miguel, in your social media accounts, yung lahat ng hihingi ng payo sa'yo. How to be you
Ayun.
po. Saan nila
Grabe naman po.
contact?
Ayan, so hello everyone. My name is VMiguel Gonzales. You can follow me on my gaming Facebook page, VMG. Yun yung initials. Tapos you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. VMiguel Gonzales lang din po. Goal ko lang I stream like every other day, and my goal sa stream ay may matutunan yung mga viewers sa gameplays ko. At the same time, ay ma-entertain sila. So, yun. Banding tayo next time sa live ko. Thank you po for the opportunity.
Thank you, Miguel.
You're
We
welcome
learned
po.
so much from you. And of course, go, Miguel.
I just wanna commend Sir Luis also. I enjoyed listening to him. I could listen to him for hours, honestly speaking.
Oo nga, ako rin, no?
Yeah.
Nakakatuwa si Luis, no?
Podcast na yan.
Kaya nga direct Lauren Jogi ang peg natin kay Luis Buenaventura. Manager kami, Luis, ha? Kami ni Dino, manager mo.
I wish I understood that reference. I actually don't understand that reference.
Mentor,
Sorry.
ikaw pambansang
The big people.
mentor.
Mga boss
Pambansang
sila.
mentor. Gwapo na, magaling pa, may pera pa. Yan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miguel, ha? Thanks, Miguel.
Thank you
So,
po.
ulitin,
Salamat.
Miguel.
Sir Dino, salamat din, Sir Dino.
Ingat.
Okay mo po. Sana
So,
all.
ulitin, Miguel.
All the time.
Luis, we can feel your passion about what we're discussing, and thank you for finding the time, and tulad ni Miguel, no, it's a joy listening to you, no, kasi napaka
thank you so
genuine
much.
din nung kagustuhan mong ibahagi sa amin, no, yung nalalaman mo, yung expertise mo. Your parting shots, and of course, where can they get in touch with you?
Yeah. What I say at the end of every show, don't forget to do your own research. Just because some guy is telling you that cryptocurrency and NFT gaming and Axie Infinity is the future, don't take his word for it on, just because, you're watching the show on the internet. Please do your own research. Take care of yourself out there. There's a lot of bad people. We're trying to be the good guys if we can. And we're trying to work really hard to make sure everyone is informed and educated. But yeah, you need to look out for yourself also. We're pretty easy to find, so it's just Yield Guild. That's on Facebook, Twitter. We're pretty much all over naman. Every Friday morning, I write a newsletter on Facebook and also on Twitter naman, where I talk about cryptocurrency news that's relevant to Filipinos. So that's every Friday morning. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you'll see it. It's free. I don't charge for it. You just look for me, Hello Luis, yung username ko in both Facebook and Twitter. Tita Jing, Dino, thank you so much for the time. This is great. I always really enjoy your shows. And you've got an amazing community. So that's kind of cool.
Luis, next, let's collab. Ako naman, inisip ko, maybe we should also start educating the parents. Para they understand the world, no? The world their children are in. Kasi minsan parents resist because they don't understand what it's all about.
Yes.
And of course, we want to forge a stronger relationship within the family, no? So if the game can help, bridge these generations instead of dividing them, then that would be even better, di ba, Luis? So,
Yeah, for
tayo,
sure.
let's collab on that. Para si daddy at si baby, si mommy, si ate, si kuya, maglalaban. Lahat sila members ng YGG.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan. Okay.
Diba, Luis?
Thank you so much.
Sabi ni Luis kanina, direct Lauren ako. Ngayon, gagawin na ako ninong ng mga pamilya. So, thanks, Luis, ha?
Thank you so much, guys.
Deans, gusto mo na rin magkaroon ng agimat?
Oh man, ako now I just wanna go super into
serious
the
about
game na.
no?
Oo,
Ako rin biglang gusto ko na rin maging gaming mom, gaming tita, di ba?
I'll give this to my mom para may pang pastime siya. Eto, ayan, at least kumikita ka ma. Ayan, diyan ka lang sa bahay.
Uy, Dino, oo nga. Dapat pala sinabi natin kay Luis, hindi lang mommies, no? Pati lolos and lolas.
Oo, lahat sila. Puro kayo chismis dyan sa social media. Ito, kumita ka.
Correct. Oo, diba? Huwag nyo i-stalk yung mga Facebook namin. Mag-play na lang kayo para kumita kayo. Good idea, Dino. Good idea. Deans, but ito sa very enjoyable kwentuhan, no? And may ang dami nating natutunan, especially since it's entirely new world. So, Deans, ibig sabihin, magka-classmate na rin tayo sa gaming. Nauna ka na So, yung crypto wallet mo, marami na bang laman yung crypto wallet mo?
I still have to, kailangan ko pa tumaas ng ranking. Kasi medyo natalo ako. Like, I had a losing streak. I was like, oh no. So, I had to learn the game.
Sabi mo, bobo, ganun.
Oo, sa sarili ko.
Nakakatuwa. Yan. So, again, guys, please follow us hold on. Okay, pumasok yung pagbate. Okay, follow us ni Dino. Go ahead, Dino.
Follow me on KUMU, Twitter, Instagram, Laika, all that, at Dino Quelates, FB, Dizzy Savage, Dino Imperial, and Childman. There you go. Yeah, different flavors for different people who like different things, ha?
Oo nga. Thank you, Deans, ha? Thank you. And
thank you talaga, Tita Jing, for having me again.
And again, yes to gaming. Classmate na tayo dun.
Yes.
Ingat, Deans. And regards to Debbie.
Sige po.
Bye. Diba? Ang sarap ng kwentuhan, no? With Dino, with Miguel, with Luis and Victor. And so guys, ang daming tips para kumita, pero para rin hindi tayo ma-scam. So you can go back and listen to all of their tips, and you can share this interview. Balikan nyo po sa YouTube, balikan nyo sa Facebook, and again, follow the social media accounts of all of our guests. We always make sure we have experts on the show, so we learn from them, and we know that whatever information we're giving out there is accurate, no? Accurate and reliable. So tomorrow, kita-kita po tayong muli. Bukas, nako, very, very important topic. I'm sure you heard about the BDO, Banco de Oro hacking. So tomorrow, we will have cyber experts. So we'll have Art Samaniego, the tech editor of Manila Bulletin, and we'll have Yusek Ruth Castelo from the Department of Trade and Industry to give us tips, inputs, how to prevent our bank accounts from getting hacked at ano pa po yung mga dapat tandaan, no? Ngayong Christmas season, no? Para hindi tayo maloko when we shop online at iba pa pong and we also have someone from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So tomorrow, kita-kita po tayong muli. Thank you for watching.